All right, we're here with first-year sprints and hurdles coach Randy Bungard here at Penn State. Just got done with a full day of practice. We did the stadiums, then we came up here and did some lifting in the weight room as well. Kind of what's kind of the mentality behind that? What's kind of the goal of the day as far as working up there at the stadium and then coming straight back down here and hitting the weight room?
Yeah, the day was very much a power day. Normally we'll do stadiums on a Thursday or a Saturday, but there's a football game this weekend, so after Tuesday the stadium shuts down for game preparation. So we kind of flipped it around a little bit. And usually that's a day when we work on max velocity, power kind of a day. And today, our max velocity training right now is the stadium because it's just all so much vertical force that you have to generate when you're sprinting. So we did a lot of stuff working on force production today. We did a couple times hitting every step, a couple times every other step, a couple times on the bleachers where they have to extend a little bit more. So there was some quickness, but there was also some separation. So they had to really apply some force into the ground. And then we came in the weight room, and normally when we do this kind of work, we don't do a lot of squats, but we're 8 weeks into it now. So we did a couple deep squats just to hit a full range of motion, some power cleans, lunge jumps. So it was a very heavy leg day. Tomorrow will be easy, so they get a recovery day between now and Thursday.
So we're kind of in full swing of fall training right now. We just started full-time practice. I'm sure a lot of people from the outside just think of a sprinter, what they do. They sprint 100 meters, and they're done. What are kind of some of the things you work on as a sprints and hurdles coach throughout the fall, the things you kind of focus in on as far as your training goes?
Yeah, well, the fall is really, it's an old saying that a lot of coaches use, and it's one of my favorites. You're training to train right now. We're building an engine because we're going to call on them to lay some stuff out on the track here pretty soon. A lot of extensive tempo. We're starting to put in the intensive tempo, 80, 85% type of runs. But we also do a lot of stuff to get ready for the amount of force they're going to produce later on. So we're doing a lot of rudimentary type of jumping stuff. The stadiums help with that. The tempo out in the grass to help just kind of lay down some capillary beds and get them fit. So I always tell them this is the time of year where when we start doing intervals, because their rest is very short right now. When we start doing intervals, 350s, 250s, 150s, 500s, 350s, stuff like that, the rest is going to be 5 minutes, 6 minutes. The rest, up to now has been 1-2 minutes. So what we're doing now is going to help them recover between each more intense interval so the next interval can be a quality interval. So if they're not feeling like they do one interval and they're done for the day. So when I say training to train, that's what we're doing. We're doing medicine ball stuff. We're doing a lot of body weight circuits. We're lifting in the weight room. So it's just all this stuff that's building their engine, getting them ready for when we do the more sprint specific stuff in the next phase. They'll be able to recover and handle it. And I think most importantly, help stave off injuries. That's a big thing. It's trying to keep people healthy.
So again, this is one of the interviews during our kind of look-in at fall training here at Penn State. You come in here yourself in August and September. It's your first year. You come in with a group that's just run 301, a lot of very, very talented women that have had a lot of success. So you come in here, how do you kind of keep these guys motivated up until December for the blue-white meet and then again in January once we start full-time competition?
Yeah. They're a pretty motivated group themselves. They ran 301. Their goal is to break 3 minutes this year on the men's side. And I think another big goal of them is to, because they've been identified a lot by relays, is for them to step out of the relay and become individual champions. And I think that's how they're staying motivated. I'm telling kids that are on the relay, okay, good, you did the relay, that's exciting, but let's see what you can do in your open event, and then we'll come together and run a fast relay. So I think getting them focused on their individual events and what they're going to do individually is something that's keeping them motivated. And plus, they're a pretty self-motivated group in that they want to go do better than they did last year. And so I think that's also helping them stay motivated.
All right, Coach Bungard, thanks.
You're welcome.